This is the season of many traditions, and we all know the traditions and the stories that we tell children about Santa Claus and Rudolph and Frosty and the Grinch. But there's many other traditions that occur here in Southern California. Muslims will break their fasting and prayer of a Ramadan sometimes during this time of year. Of course, here in Southern California, we even celebrate Kwanzaa, the 7 principles of Kwanzaa brought from the African plains that celebrated the first fruits of the harvest after a very long winter. We'll be burning candles on the menorah, celebrating the 8 nights of Hanukkah very soon. And of course, the story that my family pays attention to with the manger and the angels and the shepherds and the wise guys and all of that story. But even before all of those traditions, ancient humanity, the Druids, the Incas, Native Americans, celebrated the solstice, the winter solstice, the coming of the end of the short days and the beginning of spring, to recognize that they had survived the dark, bleak, and cold winter and that happier days were ahead for them. We all know as a family, as a community, we have just gone through a very, very rough election, a very tough year for most of us as Americans. And I know for LGBT people, we're feeling somewhat vulnerable and threatened that our hard fights for marriage equality, to be free from hate and discrimination, could possibly be imperiled by the future. But we're not the only ones. Muslims, immigrants, and undocumented people, women, girls, a lot of people may be feeling especially vulnerable as we begin 2017. But all of those traditions, there was always a spark of hope or a ray of light. The star over Bethlehem, the oil that lasted 8 days instead of 1, people in the Serengeti celebrating, lighting campfires, ancient Celts in Europe. And at all of these darkest of places in that ray of hope and light, people feasted, they celebrated, they laughed, they sang, and they danced. Because even with the fear of the unknown of the future, they were happy to gather in the darkest of times. So here at GMCLA, we kind of have a little secret society we're going to let you in on. When we welcome new members into our family, we sing this song to them. And the song has very special meaning to us as an organization. The song is intended to convey to these new singers, we got your back. However you show up at GMCLA, if you're broken, suffering from alcoholism, drug addiction, HIV, broken heart, disowned by family, here all alone in Los Angeles, well, however you show up, you get to the center of the herd. The old bulls here will protect you from whatever lays ahead until you're able to step up and protect those that follow you. We got your back. And as an open and free LGBT community in 2017, we're starting to think who else we need to place in the center of the herd. Muslims, immigrants, others who may be threatened. We're strong enough now to do that. So this particular song that we're going to do for you now, I hope you'll take it in the spirit in which it's intended. It's meant to convey to you from us, but also to one another. At our very first rehearsal after the election, we sang this song to one another. We didn't sing it for an audience. We sang it to one another to remind us we've been down tough times before. We're strong as can be. We're a very powerful and loving community, and we're going to be okay, whatever the dark clouds on the horizon. So this is our gift to you. God bless ye weary souls. Let nothing dismay you. We bring you great tidings of comfort and joy. Happy holidays in whatever way you celebrate.